Allerdale Borough Council have the opportunity to secure funding to undertake major works within Maryport. A team of consultants have been appointed to work with the council and community to develop ideas for what the major works would entail. These objectives are to increase footfall along the High Street and to make Maryport more attractive to businesses, residents and visitors, while supporting the longevity of the High Street. Previous engagement was undertaken by consultants early in the year to understand the community's needs. The following video reflects the ideas that have developed from this engagement. If you wish to comment, there are a number of ways you can do so. These will be shared at the end of the video. Public realm. Connecting the route from Maryport train station through the High Street to the harbour and the promenade is a key focus for the public realm proposals. Key pedestrian junctions along Curzon Street are reviewed as part of the overall scheme, as well as the parking requirements for the town centre. Connecting these spaces along the High Street by using a cohesive visual style which is easily identifiable to Maryport is a key aspiration for the project. Due to this, many of the interventions are replicated across the scheme and include widening footpaths and reducing carriageway widths to enhance the pedestrian environment, the creation of 2 gateway features for visitors entering the town from the north and south along Curzon Street, the introduction of ornamental and tree planting where possible to soften the hard urban grain of the streetscape, and the creation of slight kinks and the introduction of raised tables in the road along Senhouse Street to calm traffic, matching new finger post traffic junctions along the route from the station to the harbour, and the installation of benches and seating opportunities which are nestled into planting pockets, to create raised pedestrian crossings at key road junctions, and to retain on-street parking for existing residents. Vacant unit. The vision looks to address the number of vacant units, especially at first floor within the town centre. A repurposed grant fund is proposed, which works with the local building owners to upgrade their first floor accommodation into high-quality office or residential units. The aim is to draw new users to Maryport, while increasing footfall and demand along the High Street. Shop fronts. Alongside looking to occupy vacant properties, the proposal aims to offer grant support for shopfront improvements along Senhouse Street. The aspiration is to visually improve the overall impression of Maryport for business owners, local residents and visitors. Key buildings have been identified for improvements, including the Town Hall, Maritime Museum, Head and Foods and 66 Crosby Street. The improvements to these properties include external works to bring them more in line with the preferred aesthetic for Maryport Town Centre, and the internal works that will improve the access to these buildings. Empire Yard. Previous public consultation has identified a local aspiration for a market and a space to hold Maryport events. Empire Yard creates the space for these activities to take place, both during the day and at night. Alongside a flexible covered space which can be adapted to house a market, community cinema screening and small music events, it is surrounded by a number of commercial units of various sizes. These are typically focused at food and beverage units, but can accommodate both start-up businesses and more established businesses. The Carlton. A landmark property along the High Street, it has been vacant for a number of years. Bringing this property back into active use is key for the vision for Maryport. The proposal relocates the theatre space from the Wave to the Carlton, with the aspiration to drive more evening economy along Senhouse Street. It also houses accommodation for shared, working and small private rentable workshops and/or offices. Unlike the event space formed within Empire Yard, which is focused at food and drink, the rentable space and the ground floor event space is focused towards the arts and craft movement in support of the work by local artists and the settlement. Demolition of the neighbouring property is proposed to form level access, a courtyard and new build to accommodate further theatre and event space requirements. Christchurch. A landmark and well-loved property within Maryport, Christchurch has been vacant for some time. The proposal looks to bring this building back into public use by converting the church into a museum and gallery space. The proposal includes the introduction of a mezzanine floor to increase the floor area and a viewing platform over the Solway coast. The Wave. A relatively modern building within Maryport, the Wave is an underperforming leisure facility within the town. The proposal reconfigures the Wave and removes the performance space, which is then relocated to the Carlton. It introduces a new swimming pool in its place. Aspirations for a swimming pool have been widely voiced by the residents of Maryport, and the proposal for the Wave looks to build on the existing infrastructure to bring this offer back to Maryport.
We would like to hear your feedback. You can do this by commenting below, provide feedback on the Maryport Regeneration webpage, or email us on maryport.regeneration.office@allerdale.gov.uk.